After Ram and Durga, now Saraswati Pujo politics has taken centre stage in West Bengal ahead of the assembly elections coming up in just a few weeks. The BJP and the ruling Trinamool are exchanging barbs now over Saraswati Pujo. Take a look at how it's playing out.
तो मेरे साथ दोनों हाथ उठाइए और गगन भेदी नारा लगाइए, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम.
First it was Lord Ram.
राम किसको पूजा किया था? दुर्गा पूजा किया था. हम दुर्गा पूजा करते.
Then it was goddess Durga. And now pulled into the pantheon of Bengal's political battlefield is goddess Saraswati. On Saraswati Pujo, she's the latest to star in an escalating war over deities, demigods and the divine. In the latest race to woo voters ahead of the state election, both the ruling Trinamool and challengers BJP are going all out on Saraswati Pujo, which is one of the most important religious and cultural events in Bengal. While BJP leaders are gifting Saraswati idols to people, the Trinamool has organized more than 100 pujas in Hooghly alone. Trinamool MP Aparupa Poddar is herself overseeing the arrangements. Trinamool is also using the puja to publicize welfare schemes launched by the Mamata government. But the BJP has accused the Trinamool of using the puja to get Hindu votes. The BJP alleges that in a bid to consolidate its vote bank, the Trinamool is now wooing Hindus, reminding Mamata that the ruling party once tried to stop a Durga Puja procession.
The Durga Puja বিসর্জন করতে গেলে পুজো করতে গেলে হাইকোর্টে সুপ্রিম কোর্টে যেতে হয় এই ব্যবস্থা কিন্তু আগে ছিল না উলবেড়িয়ায় সরস্বতী পুজো করতে গেলে ছাত্রছাত্রীদের পথ অবরোধ করতে হয়
People of Bengal, the common people, the educated people, they are knowing that what the environment is prevailing all over India. Now we have to save Bengal from the clutches of this BJP.
The BJP, energized by its ongoing Rath Yatra, has piled on the pressure in an effort to paint Mamata's party and government as an enemy of Hindus who've been shamed and scared into pandering to the majority community right before the elections, concerned over the effects of polarization. But the Trinamool, defending against a volley of religion-based assaults, is looking to protect its image while taking no risks with alienating any one community. This festival opens the gates to the most decisive political campaign in Bengal. From deities Ram, Durga and Saraswati, from icons Tagore, Netaji and Vivekananda, who'll star next in this state of war? Bureau Report, India Today. So in a political war that's become increasingly a kind of dharam yudh for West Bengal, let's just take you through where the BJP and the Trinamool stand on each of these issues. First, the Jai Shri Ram chant. The BJP stand is it's a cultural slogan. Why is the Trinamool getting so affected by it? The Trinamool stand is that this is a slogan that is religious and is meant to polarize. Then there is goddess Durga, which has come into this entire battle. The Trinamool's charge is that the BJP has insulted Durga through a comment made by Dilip Ghosh at the India Today conclave. The BJP's counter is that Durga has no role in politics and that they never insulted Durga and that it is the Trinamool who is trying to divide the gods. And that the Durga Puja idol was blocked by the Trinamool government. Then you've got the Durga Puja idol immersion during Moharram. The BJP says the Trinamool has disrespected Hindu festivities. Then you've got the Saraswati Puja now, which is happening today. The Trinamool holds a puja at 125 locations. The BJP says this is a bid to win the Hindu vote. So that's where things stand. Indrajit Kundu is with me live. Indrajit, I think the entire pantheon of gods is going to be gone through one by one, it looks like, until the election is over in Bengal. Ram, Durga and now Saraswati.
Well, does it come as a surprise, doesn't it? Everything is at stake in this high-voltage battle for West Bengal this year. And does not come in as a surprise then that all cultural icons, all deities seem to be in this poll fray as much as the politicians themselves. So we have seen how these two political sides fighting it out, the slugfest over Ram, over Durga, and now, of course, such an important day today, Saraswati Puja, celebrated with huge fervor and pomp and show here in West Bengal. It's almost a ritual in each and every Hindu household, and it's as much a religious festival as it is a cultural festival for Bengalis in West Bengal, and therefore both the political parties trying to use this platform in order to connect with the masses, because they know that if you can penetrate the masses using such cultural and religious platforms, that might give them political dividends. And therefore you see the BJP coming all out. We have seen how BJP leaders are themselves gifting Saraswati idols to people, to locals for free in various districts. And of course the Trinamool Congress organizing Saraswati Puja themselves with posters of Mamata Banerjee decking up the pandals in Hooghly district. So they just don't want to miss this opportunity to reach out to the masses using Saraswati Puja 2021.
Now, there is no doubt in anyone's mind that the embracing of festivals for political purposes has increased manifold in this particular election. There have always been a great deal of emotion attached to these festivals. Politicians have always used festivals as a platform to send out a message to communities, but it appears to be happening at a much higher level because of the high stakes in this upcoming Bengal election. Indro, thanks very much. I'm going to bring the politicians in now. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, spokesperson of the BJP, Riju Datta, member and spokesperson of the ruling Trinamool. Gopal, I'd like to come to you first. Suvendu Adhikari opened fire on the Saraswati Puja politics by pointing a finger at the Trinamool and saying that all the festivities and the pandals and the pujas that Mamata Banerjee has announced are only because they are, in a sense, they have been shamed as far as their actions as far as Durga is concerned, the idol immersion is concerned, and they are somehow concerned about their image, and therefore they are trying to overcompensate now. Is that the allegation that the BJP is making?
It is not, Shiv Arun, it is not an allegation. It is the fact of life in West Bengal. That she had been following the Muslim minority appeasement policy, whether it is in the 24 Parganas or Citizenship Amendment Act, or where the issue by which Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee did not allow the Durga Puja pandals and immersions. Muharram, we all remember that when there was an issue of Durga Puja idol immersion, the High Court had to intervene. And then she said, you cannot Durga Puja pandals, which is a cultural identity of West Bengal. So and that was why it is. So ultimately, what Suvendu Adhikari is saying, that you have to, for religious convictions, you need some convictions. You cannot superficially do things. If you have conviction for Hindu religion and Hindu idols, you respect them throughout.
So Riju, the BJP and Suvendu Adhikari, who is a new entrant from the Trinamool into the BJP, says this is all superficial, this is all cosmetic. The Trinamool doesn't care about Hindus. They're doing this only because of the elections, and that they've been cornered on this issue of the majority community by the BJP. That this is all superficial. That's the allegation. Riju, respond.
I just want to start off by saying, it is very low-minded of BJP to look at Saraswati Puja through the political lens. Saraswati Puja has been happening in Bengal for hundreds of years, and it will happen for hundreds of years from today also. So it is not a new thing that we are witnessing in Bengal. The Trinamool Congress does not need to appropriate our idols and gods and goddesses for political gain. Prior to 2019, prior to BJP's inception in Bengal politics, there was no religion card being played ever in Bengal politics. It is what BJP has imported from Delhi and brought to Bengal. That is the first point. Secondly, we always talk about this negative narrative of, appropriating of icons, of politicizing idols. Let me tell you the positive side of Saraswati Puja. Saraswati Puja, Ma Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge, wisdom and sense. Now, for Ma Saraswati, what our Chief Minister has done is to pay respects to her. Teachers in rural districts, all the teachers who have a lot of say in our life, they are normally posted far away from their house. The government has taken steps that all teachers will be posted in their home districts. The Kanyasri scheme, which has empowered for the education of girl child in Bengal, 69 lakh scholarships have been given to girl child, which is rewarded and acknowledged by the United Nations.
Okay.
There is another scheme, which is called the Shobut Sathi, where 2 crore bicycles have been given to boys and girls of this state so that they can ferry from their house to the school, so that they can have some kind of...
Okay, so Riju, you're basically saying that the Trinamool doesn't function on slogans, it doesn't need certificates, and that as far as Saraswati Puja is concerned, you've done many things as far as knowledge in teachers and students is concerned. But I want to pick up on the point that you made about the BJP and get Gopal to respond to that. Gopal, the Trinamool says that the BJP has imported the religion card into West Bengal. It has never been there before in the political battlefields of West Bengal in past elections. And it seems like every single festival is now an opportunity for the BJP to somehow play the religion card and attack Mamata Banerjee. That is what is being said about you. How would you respond to that? Because you had Ram, then you had Durga, and now you have Saraswati. And who knows which next?
Yeah, sure. We want the way Mamata Banerjee government was functioning in West Bengal. They were just doing Muslim appeasement, minority appeasement. This is the newfound assertion from the majority. The way Durga Puja was treated, the way illegal infiltrators from West Bengal, this Bengal was treated, Bangladesh was treated, the way Jai Shri Ram slogan was undermined, and the way she showed frustration and anger against Jai Shri Ram. So this is the assertion, and she has now found it, that this assertion from the majority, we have brought this assertion, we accept, because they were subverting, they were playing a minority politics.
This is interesting.
Hindus were so we are saying that we are asserting this.
No, Riju, this is interesting. Gopal, I got your point. Riju, the BJP is saying that they take credit for this new assertiveness. They say that when Mamata Banerjee now does things for Hindus, when she visits pandals, when she announces 100 pujas in Hooghly for Saraswati Puja, the BJP is saying it's thanks to our pressure that the Trinamool has done this. They're saying they are responsible for Mamata, being even superficially symbolic to the Hindus.
See, Shiv, every
That's
sentence
a big claim to make. That's why I'm asking you.
See, every sentence that the BJP spokesperson makes, and every BJP spokesperson, not just for Gopal Agarwal, it sounds all very, very communal in nature. If you empower the minorities, do inclusive politics.
What is communal?
But the BJP says it's not communal, it's cultural.
You had your space.
It is.
Gopal, I'll come to you. Let him finish.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that we are doing inclusive and empowering the minorities and inclusive politics. Now, talking about them respecting the religion, as per Hindu scriptures, Ma Durga is the mother of Ma Saraswati, and their state president on your platform, Shiv, has insulted Ma Durga, and they are running around all over the place trying to defend that statement. So they have insulted Ma Durga, they have insulted our religion, they have insulted Ma Saraswati, and it is for the viewers. I am giving another statement I am making here, that Mamata Banerjee has been celebrating Kali Puja in her house,
but Riju,
even when Trinamool Congress was not even formed. So they say Jai Shri Ram. We respect women, so we say Jai Shri Ram.
But Riju, why is it then? I understand this is a political campaign. I understand. I am not going to sit here and judge politicians, because that is the nature of a campaign. You have to fight, you have to make a point, etc. But to the lay viewer, to the lay consumer of news and observer, it looks like the BJP says something and the Trinamool, instead of ignoring it, has no choice but to engage and try and prove a counterpoint. If the Trinamool is so confident in its in its secularism or the ethos of Bengal, why the constant need to respond to the BJP in that sense?
Where we have responded,
I'll come to you, Gopal, right after this.
Where we have responded to them, just some additional Saraswati Pujas in a district called Hooghly. in every house of Bengal, Shiv, if you find out, there is Saraswati Puja now.
Okay.
So additional 100 pujas, how does it make it that we are trying to give...
not just Saraswati, but also Jai Shri Ram and Durga.
Matter.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. You're saying that this is nothing new and you don't need certificates. Gopal,
No, they played the Ram card. Shiv,
Okay.
They played the Ram card because they were fighting the election on the shoulders of Lord Ram. So as soon as on your platform, our Honorable CM said, I don't have a problem. They have made Jai Shri Ram a political slogan. We say Jai Shri Ram. They are falling flat on their face. Now they're trying new bahanas to somehow find some
the only thing is, Riju, you know why?
Stay in relevance.
Riju, but while you say that the entire conversation is supposed to be on development, the fact that you're engaging so much on this particular topic may be precisely what the BJP wants. They feel that they have an advantage on this topic. Gopal, yes, go ahead, make your point.
Shiv, I want to just make 2 points. One thing is BJP does whatever it does with conviction. It is not like Trinamool or other thing. They will do something and say that we are not doing this. And second point I want to make is that we do not in BJP accept this narration that minority Muslim appeasement is secularism.
Okay.
And respecting the majority faith and convictions is communal. Because of this narration, you may call them secular or you may call communal. We say that both have to be respected and they have to get faith. Those faith have to simultaneously be equally judged and implemented. You cannot on the government policies.
Can I comment?
Okay.
That is what our conviction. And Trinamool has no conviction.
Okay.
One time they will judge like this and then jump. They are doing.
Riju, only 20 seconds. Final word because I started with Gopal. Final word. 20 seconds to you.
See, the bottom line is BJP has become the political representation of a particular religion. When Mamata Banerjee gives free ration, free healthcare and free education, it is not just for minorities or majorities. We do not see the surname or we do not see the dress they are wearing. It is given to every citizen of Bengal.
Okay.
So that is
I'm out of time.
Politics for majority and minority.
Gopal and Riju, I'm out of time, but thank you both for being with me on this. All I can say is we have only a few weeks to go for this election. We've gone through Ram, we've gone through Durga, now it's on Saraswati. I'll have to look at my calendar to see which other God festivals are coming up, before the actual campaign ends, to see what more flashpoints there will be. And you can be sure those flashpoints will happen in West Bengal. That's the kind of temperature we're seeing politically speaking in this state. Thanks very much, Riju and Gopal. Pleasure always to have you with us here on 5 Live.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.